Welcome back to the channel, Hillcreek Outdoors. Hey, today here at the property, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna change the oil in the diesel truck here, the 6.7 Power Stroke. It's a 2017 Ford F250. Whenever I do an oil change, I always do it every 7,500 miles. I also rotate the tires, and then obviously one big thing is grease the point on the front axle here. So we're gonna do that. Hey, stay tuned. We're gonna get right into this, so let's get ready. All right, guys, here's what you're gonna need to use. I use the Motorcraft diesel motor oil, the 10W30. The book, the manual in the truck, it's gonna tell you to use 15 quarts. Well, it's wrong. I'm just gonna let you know it's wrong. There's a lot of videos out there, and you can check them out. You can watch this one. This thing takes 13 quarts, so don't listen to the book. It's wrong. I always use the Motorcraft filter there for the oil filter. I always make sure I'm using Motorcraft for all my stuff. You're going to need a 14 milliliter for the drain plug. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, we're going to change the oil. I always open the cap here, put this right up top. That way it gives it some breathing room to drain. We did replace this cool air intake a few months ago. Should have got a video on it, but I hadn't started a YouTube channel yet. Hey, what we're going to do throughout this process, we're going to be checking, you know, some of our fuel or levels for our liquids and our antifreeze and our windshield washer fluid. We're going to be checking our battery connections. We're also going to be checking our air intake to make sure everything is good, just like you would do for a normal service. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the oil change first. We'll finish off with checking all of our fluids and all of that stuff. I'm just a good old boy, right? I ain't got no big lift, nothing like that. I do have a level, nice garage here that I can do stuff in. We are getting ready to build a pole barn, but one suggestion I would give to you, lay you some cardboard down, that way you don't happen to spill it. I mean, things happen. We try our best to get it in there, but get you a roll of paper towels, have all your stuff ready, that way just in case a spill happens, you're ready and you're not messing up your nice concrete. So let's get into it. Get you a little light, everyone, and then you're gonna get ready to rock and roll. So this is gonna come loosen it up, and then you'll get it going. Hey, I will tell you one thing, guys. I had an upper oil pan leak on this truck, and it was fixed by the Ford. It was under warranty, so yeah. So it was under warranty. So this is going to shoot out, so get ready to catch it here. You're going to have to, let me put this right here. So once you do this, you're going to pull this out nice and easy. Might get a little tight here every now and then. I've seen some guys who have these new little pins here that all you gotta do is twist it and it'll come out, and they never have to unscrew this. It's kind of a cool thing. I've never purchased it. I might look into it for next time. I don't want to get this too far. Here we go. Now it's about hand tight, so get ready to catch this oil because it's going to come out quick. And this oil is actually going to be pretty warm because we just got done driving it. There you go. Catch it. See, we got a little bit of splatter. Not bad. Not bad. You're going to put this, uh-oh. I guess I should open the hole, huh? So it can go in. See, guys, that's why you put cardboard down, because I forgot to open the thing. Well, there you go, big dummy. That's all right. Things happen. Take that old glove off. It's one reason I wear gloves, too. You know, things happen. This ain't perfect. I ain't no mechanic. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I'm not going to go pay somebody to change my oil when I can do it myself for a lot less money. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna let this drain out here. Once this is all drained, we're gonna come back and we will show you the next part, but it's pretty self-explanatory at this point so far. So like I mentioned, make sure you guys get you a nice light so you can direct the light up where you want it. This is almost done here draining, so we're getting ready to wipe it down and then put the bolt back in. All right guys, so that's pretty much getting done here. Make sure you don't lose your seal. There's a seal on this bolt. Make sure you don't, you can see that. Make sure you don't lose that seal there, that gasket, because I mean, you might not have a good day. We're gonna wipe this off a little bit, get that extra oil off here right before we put it in. We're gonna screw it in. We're gonna wipe this oil off, and I'll tell you a little secret, a tip here. Once we're done with this, how to get all this residue off there. It's just something I do. Some people do it, some people don't. Personally, I don't like all this extra oil on here, so you're gonna tighten this up, and this doesn't have to be really tight, guys. Don't be up here grunting and ruin. Just get it snug. I don't know what the foot-pound torque is, whatever the heck it is. Who cares? Get the thing tight, but don't break it. You know what I'm saying? Don't up here straining yourself. One thing I forgot to mention was you are gonna need one of these or a tool to loosen up the oil filter. They shouldn't be on here crazy tight, depending on the person who put it on there. But you don't need it that tight. Work it loose, just a little bit here, and you're gonna have to be quick about this now. Some people I've seen, they put trash bags and all this crazy junk in here, but hey, what I do is I just spin it real fast. I know I'm getting oil all over myself. Boy, I really am. Right there. Flip it upside down. Some people, they do all kind of crazy stuff and put them in bags and all that stuff. Guess what? I just took it off, my glove off, and look. That's about how quick you can get rid of oil. It ain't that bad. I'd rather pay for a couple extra gloves than drill a hole in that, but that's me. All right, guys, so here we go. We gotta get this filter started, right? So you're gonna take the old filter out, wham. Put that one off the side because we're gonna put the old filter in there. This is the new filter. Once again, it's 13 quarts. I don't care what the book says. It's not 15, it's 13. So I have one in here that has 2 quarts from last time. I mean, I do this quite often, obviously, every 7,500 miles. So that's what I do, 7,500 miles. So we're going to fill this one up with about a quart. That's about how much it'll take. Some people, they preload it. Some people don't. As far as me, I do. So then you're going to take a little bit of this oil here, right? A little bit of this oil, and you're going to run it around that seal. You're going to run it around that seal. While I'm talking about the seal, make sure on the bottom there that you make sure that seal came off with the old filter, because you're not going to want to put this on and have that old seal stuck up there. So we'll take a look at that here once we get underneath, but get this nice and lubed here with this new oil. And hey, let's hit back down here underneath the truck. All right, guys, I forgot to mention, check out the description there below. You can get a link where you can get the oil filter on Amazon. It's what we do. We always keep extra stock in our tool bench, so check that out. This out right here, obviously, the seal is still on the old one. As you can see, there's the old one. It's all drained out. It's not up here. We're going to wipe this off. I like to wipe this all off just to clean it up a little bit here before we put the new one on. Get all that old, get that all that old oil off before we throw the new one on. So we got that nice wiped off, nice and clean. Once we have that clean, we're going to take our new filter that we preloaded with oil. You're going to make sure you hand tighten it up. spin it up there. And you're gonna hand tighten this now, hand tight. I still got some oil on my hand there. We'll get that off, ain't no big deal. So you're gonna hand tighten it, right? Once you get this hand tightened, you're only gonna tighten it just a little bit more, probably about a half turn with this. Like I told you, you don't want this thing super tight. Some folks put it on way too tight, and that's not what you need to do. And that's about it, guys. I mean, you might even be able just to hand tighten it, but I like to do hand tighten and just a quarter to a half turn, not even a half turn, about a quarter turn. So we'll wipe that off. We're gonna clean this all up under here. I'll show you how we do that at the end, but let's go fill it up with some oil. Get you a nice big funnel so you can fill this up, because remember, it takes 13 quarts of oil. 13 quarts of oil. So we're gonna put that in there, and we're gonna grab the oil and fill it up, aren't we? So we're gonna start off with the one that we preloaded. There was only 2 quarts in here. The oil filter, it takes about a half quart to a quart, something like that. So we got that in there, so that's 2. Make sure we're keeping count, right buddy? There's 2. Go to the next one, and each one of these is 5 quarts. 5 quarts, so that way it's easy math, and you can take care of that. So we're gonna have to open up all 3 of these, and then we'll just save it for the next oil change, just like we did with the 2 quarter. So we're gonna go ahead and put this 5 quart in. We'll let you watch, I guess. You might be just as curious as my 3-year-old here, watching and learning. That's the biggest thing on this channel, guys. I know you're probably like, hey, this is out of the normal, doing truck work. How does that have anything to do with country? Well, let me tell you something. When you live in the country, you do your own work, because I'm not going to pay somebody to change the oil in my truck or change the fuel filters in my truck or rotate the tires when I can do it myself. So that's one part about living in the country. You do your own stuff. So if you're as curious as my boy and you can learn something, that's the ultimate goal here at the channel, that we can provide you some good information that you can instill into your life. So we're going to fill this up with the last little bit of oil here, and we'll show you how we finish this off. Go ahead and check the oil here, just to make sure all the fluids are where they need to be, and we don't have to add any extra oil. Once again, you're going to have 13 quarts of oil in the 2017 Ford Superduty 6.7 diesel. Power stroke. Nothing like a power stroke. Check this oil real quick, and we'll see what we got. And we are right on the button, right where we need to be. So we're good. We're gonna check the bottom here, make sure there's no leaks. Here's the magic. This is how you clean off all your extra residue. So we're gonna use some brake cleaner. I'll show you exactly how we shoot that off here. You're gonna take your brake cleaner and you're just gonna spray it around all that stuff, and it'll clean all that residue off. Let it drip onto that cardboard. Once that dries, you will be clean and ready to roll. I noticed here, finishing up this oil change, like I said, you're going to top off your fluids. We're just going to add a little bit of antifreeze in here, just a tad, just to make sure we're right where we need to be. It was just a tad bit low, so we're going to top that off just a hair here. Always use the Motorcraft. That's what I do. So you can get this at your local dealer, or you can get it online, or you can get it at a Walmart, or wherever you want to get it. So top that off, and I'm also going to go ahead and top off the windshield washer fluid, because you know them stupid bugs love to get on your windshield. So top those fluids off. Check your air filters. Check for leaks, which we already did. Everything looks good. Boom, we're done. So rock and roll. All right, guys, almost forgot. Fronts. Make sure you're twisting your locks, your hubs, from lock to auto and back to auto. That way you're breaking them loose. They're not getting locked up on you if they get corroded. Make sure you're doing that every oil change. Also come in here and you're gonna do your 4-wheel drive grease zerk. Make sure you grease that up. It's gonna be on both sides. You can spin it freely. So if it's on the other side, just spin that around, grease that up. I'm gonna go ahead and do it off camera. You guys can figure out how to grease something. I'll have more videos for that greasing later, so. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Remember, all things country involves doing stuff around the property. That means changing your oil, changing the fluids, all that stuff in the tractor, side-by-side, you name it, we do it. So once again, appreciate you coming back. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, check out all our other videos on tire rotation as well as changing your fuel filters. So we'll see you next time here on Hillcreek Outdoors.